Every piece of equipment in pre-owned inventory is put through a rigorous inspection, so it's ready to work hard for you. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything is sold meets their quality standards. Learn more at landmarkimp.com or stop into a local Landmark location and experience the Landmark difference.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Imagine a healthier, more active, physically fit version of yourself. If you've been putting off getting into shape, now is the time with the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-Week Challenge. Our program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching to help you achieve your fitness goals. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the enrollment fee. The next challenge begins on March 23rd. You can get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Don't wait any longer. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. It's gone to improve our environment, education, and state fair.
Over $900 million? That's something.
I'll say.
Hey, I have a great idea for a commercial. Have someone count to 900 million out loud.
That would take 28 years. Not a good idea.
I don't know, with a little background music and some sound effects.
There's another studio down the hall. Why don't you get started?
The Nebraska Lottery, 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. The proceeds have helped protect and improve Nebraska's environment, funded need-based scholarships for Nebraska students, and maintained and improved facilities at the state fair.
That's terrific. You should put that on your website.
It already is. Just click on beneficiaries in the menu.
Menu? You guys serve food too?
Maybe you should get off your feet for a while.
The Nebraska Lottery, 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Attention all Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win two, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. We had a little break. Well, Nick did not have a break. Nick called so many basketball games, probably dreams about basketball.
It didn't stop me from watching it this weekend.
Dedicated. Excellent.
Right.
Nick, how many games did you do total?
So as a team, we did 42. As a team, we did 42 games at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Myself, I did 36. I think 36.
Well, man, big shout out to you, to Josh, to Foreman. You guys definitely kept the action going. I was listening to it quite a bit. There were some games too, man.
Yeah.
There were some games. The my nephew's game, big shout out to SCM Mustangs. They ended up coming in getting fifth. Yeah, they played for the third place. No, they came in fourth then, right? Came in fourth place.
Fourth.
Because they lost to Haywood or whatever we're called.
Oh, like Mayhay or whatever?
Yeah, they lost to Mayhay on Friday night. So I went to that game. But before that game, Shelton and Johnson Brock, I believe. Shelton, who the heck Shelton played?
Shelton played, I can't remember.
It was triple overtime.
Yeah, because then Shelton went on to win the title.
Yep, they went on to win the title. That was a heck of a game before them, man. But yeah, it was a good weekend of basketball.
Oh
man.
my gosh, it was a lot of fun.
Nick, the games that you called. First of all, AG, man. First of all, AG, how's it going down to H-Town, man?
Man, things are going well. Obviously, big little weather change. We've been having great weather in Lincoln, so things obviously is progressing into summer already down here. Feels great. A little cool in the mornings, but happy to be home. See the wife. Got my granddaughter with us for the week, and so yeah, things going good. Been watching everything too. The same things y'all watching. I know Nick, Jay at the games for high school basketball. I'm watching Bellevue West, take the title. So big stuff going on this weekend for sports. Sports, I say that.
AG came and hung out a couple of times at PBA too. So
yep,
I told Chubbuck that there could be an AG sighting for the Central.
He was out there. Central had a nice little showing. Central had a nice little couple performances. Just Bellevue West is a monster, man. They're a monster.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you guys: Is Bellevue West? I'm sorry, Central AG. Are they pretty young still?
I think so. I believe so. I know Isaiah. Obviously, he'll be here in the fall, and then a few Eagle seniors will be moving forward, to the college level. But yeah, I think they will have a good balance of sophomores and freshmen coming back for both squads, because that's one sport that Omaha Central and I'll say Bellevue West, even in history through the times, football, basketball always retooled, had athletes all around the horn. Bellevue West, being right there to office Air Force Base, getting all the military brats where they, have the mindset to come in and work no matter where they're going to be at on the roster in terms of starting position or not. They're going to come and get some grind, put the grind in and get on that roster and play and compete.
So AD, I got to ask you, I want to hear about your weekend.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to read a few of these real quick. Shot Dog 21, good morning. He says, coverage was awesome, fellas. Easy to listen to, great to follow.
Thank you.
I know they appreciate that as well.
Broadcaster of the year, baby.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I'll say. I mean, I said it on Saturday, but in case anybody missed it, like, we know and we are aware, we being me, are aware of, like, it's a tough ask to say, hey, listen to high school basketball from 9 a.m. to 9:45 p.m. with maybe, 10 minutes in between. Mm-hmm. So, like, I appreciate the listeners for being on board and for being willing to answer or, like, listen, because here's the deal is, like, how many people are really curious and interested in the D2 game or D1 game? Probably not a huge number, and probably not as much from our listener reach as, Class A or Class B, but there are, right? And we heard feedback. I can't tell you how many times somebody tweeted at me or somebody DM'd and was like, hey, I'm super proud. I'm happy that you guys carried the Bridgeport girls game, right? and so it's just like that. Those little things make it a little more worth it, right? Because even we're catering to everybody. Plus, similar to Class A and Class B, all the other classes deserve to have their game on the radio.
I'm surprised too that you have a lot of parents contact you to get the recordings, because I think that'd be a keepsake.
Throughout the next couple of weeks, we will,
because you have that ability. Every game you call, I mean, it has that big game feel to it.
Throughout the next couple of weeks, I'm sure there'll be people that reach out. But no, I mean, they're also all archived. So if you are a parent of a child that played in the game, then you can go back on our YouTube streams and stuff. But no, I once again, I want to say thanks to all the people here at the Ticket, first and foremost, obviously, because your guys' schedules were changed around, flip-flopped, and sometimes were non-existent because we decided to park ourselves at Pinnacle Bank Arena for 6 of 8 days. And so we appreciate you guys for being flexible. Thanks to all the board ops, the producers, Rico, Austin, Bach, Ben, Harrison, Bill, all of them. Jake for filling the hour from 8 to 8:45 or whatever. And then also, of course, my partner, Jay Foreman. He's awesome. And so Josh helped out calling games. That was huge for me, just to give me a little bit of a break. But no, Jay was awesome. It was fun over the last couple of weeks. I'm pretty sure by Saturday afternoon we were tired of each other. So
Get out of my way.
I appreciate everybody that took a part, because it's, you hear me and Jay, but there's a lot of people. Bella with the graphics, I mean, those look great. And so every graphic that you see is Bella, who's, by the way, an All-American in track. She is amazing. So I appreciate the whole Ticket team, because it would not have been possible. And for me to just leave the office for, like I said, 6 of 8 days, it's I appreciate people picking up the slack. So
absolutely. It was like I said again, you guys the whole team did a great job on that. Big weekend. You at the Davis household. My middle son Keenan proposed to his longtime girlfriend Maddie LeBlanc.
Yeah, I saw that on social media. They had it on shot on Instagram. I was like, okay, all right. That's how the kids doing it these days.
Yeah, AG, he choreographed it. The whole thing, man. Their first date was at Hertz Donuts right down the street here from the station, and he called in advance a few days. So they had it hooked up along with my oldest son, little AD Aiden, and his girlfriend Isabella. So they first went to Green Coteau, and had lunch there. And he talked to me the day before, Pops, what should I wear? Because I don't want to wear a suit, like a blazer, because then she'll think something's like, why are you wearing a blazer? We're just, you ever wear a blazer.
Right, just out of nowhere. You can't
I just got a blazer all of a sudden, So he just bought a nice, just grabbed a t-shirt. Bought a t-shirt, and Aiden was teasing him. He says, yo, man, you might want to put a long sleeve shirt on top, because you didn't gut the pits of the shirt out. He was so nervous. So he gutted the pits out of the shirt. And Brooke calls, my wife calls, this was all set up, to tell him, hey, could you pick up some donuts from Hertz? Because we had a house full all weekend from the state tournament. My in-laws, my brother-in-law in town, my nieces and nephews. I mean, literally every room in the house was occupied. People on couches and everything else. And so it's like, I'll go to get some donuts. They go into Hertz. He gets the box and opens it up, and it says, marry me.
Wow.
Pulls out the ring, gets on the knee. She said yes, which was good, because I had over 200 wings at my house.
I was telling AD's like, I got a bunch of food and drink at my house. I'm like, wonder if she says no.
We're still gonna have a lot of wings. Well, I'll be eating wings for 2 weeks.
Well, it's like a buddy of mine said, well, they eat at funerals too. So
hey, gotta stay positive. Gotta stay positive.
Right. That's right. We had to stay positive. And so it's Dennis LeBlanc. Dennis is I've known Dennis for years. All of us in this room, AG in particular, knows Dennis for years. Dennis was a huge part of me being able to graduate. I'm sure AG as well, because he was always on us and in our corner. So it was great to have them, their family at our place on Saturday. I'm not sure how many people were in there, man. It was a lot. It was a lot of people that came through. A lot of their friends that I hadn't seen since they were in junior high. So we added one to the family, which was cool, man. So no wedding date set yet. I know it's next year.
Next week.
When did you find out it was happening?
He told us on my birthday. He says, "Hey, Pops." Well, this was the week of my birthday. So about February 4th or 5th, he goes, "Man, even before then, we knew pretty much late January
Yeah.
That he was going to ask her sometime in the spring. He wanted to get his money right.
Of course,
take care of the ring.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, he took care of the ring too.
Yeah,
is that right?
It's a beautiful ring.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was like, hello.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if you need to get an engagement ring or any ring for that matter, Starter Heyman Jewelers. Visit our guy Rick Heyman.
Yeah, I think that's where he got it at.
Right down the road.
Yeah.
Right down the wall. And if you're trying to ball on a budget, they got an outlet too. They got an outlet store.
Absolutely.
Over at Starter Heyman. So make sure you head over there.
Yeah, so I'm like, we knew that he was going to ask her, but he wanted to do it right and ask her dad first. So February 10th, him and Dennis went to Penelope's and had breakfast.
Nice.
And he asked her there, and I was like, there you go. You need to always talk to dad first.
There you go.
That person may be.
I didn't like your dad anyway when he first got to Nebraska. But now you can have my daughter's hand in marriage.
Old school way, gotta do it properly.
Yes, indeed, man.
There you go.
So it was a good weekend at our place, and so it was a good one, man.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
Well, folks, we got a lot of sports to discuss.
Everybody's growing up.
Yeah, everybody's getting older. Nick, no pressure.
Yeah.
It
depends who you talk to.
Yeah.
Don't let the pressure.
Yeah, exactly. I got to stay cool, calm, and collected
There you
here.
go. Folks, we come back. We got AG Holtman down in Houston. We got me, myself, Raff, and Nick that are back in the studio. It's good to have everybody back on the line. All the textures. We got a lot of Husker sports to discuss. There were some weird things that happened in college basketball yesterday. Particular coach got fired right and then went to the press conference. We'll talk about that. There was a brawl that took place with South Carolina LSU, and of course, AG, it was weird, man. Her brother jumped out of the stands. I was like, what is going on here? So it was mayhem
good time.
in March.
Hey,
Folks, we'll be back. We got a lot to discuss. Definitely want to get AG's input on the big trade that took place in Pittsburgh yesterday. We'll discuss that. He knows how those things go, so we'll discuss that
Trade,
as well.
trade, what
Actually,
trade?
not a trade, just a signing is what it was.
I'm like, who they get? Like, who did they get? Did I miss something?
Denver got a $38 million tab.
So not a trade.
Exactly.
Even at Elway's.
Yeah.
Hey, that's on them. Hey, that's okay.
They must say
Russell happy with that. Russell fine.
Oh yeah.
Folks,
we'll be right back on this Monday, March 11th. And man, it's getting crazy, and it's March Madness has already begun. We'll talk more about it when we come back. It's The Drive, 93.7 a ticket.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. It's gone to improve our environment, education, and state fair.
Over $900 million. That's something.
I'll say.
Hey, I have a great idea for a commercial. Have someone count to 900 million out loud.
That would take 28 years. Not a good idea.
I don't know, with a little background music and some sound effects.
There's another studio down the hall. Why don't you get started?
The Nebraska Lottery, 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. The proceeds have helped protect and improve Nebraska's environment, funded need-based scholarships for Nebraska students, and maintained and improved facilities at the state fair.
That's terrific. You should put that on your website.
It already is. Just click on beneficiaries in the menu.
Menu? You guys serve food too?
Maybe you should get off your feet for a while.
The Nebraska Lottery, 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com. where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs at a price that's right for you, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, an easy track lawnmower, or gator, every piece of equipment in pre-owned inventory is put through a rigorous inspection so it's ready to work hard for you. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything is sold meets their quality standards. Learn more at landmarkimp.com or stop into a local Landmark location and experience the Landmark difference.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Spring is on its way. Are you prepared to keep the grass greener on your side? Blades Lawn and Landscape has a position opened at a homeowner association to their client list with residential and commercial openings also. Transform your yard into a private oasis with the professional services offered by Blades Lawn and Landscape, including landscape walls and beds and a 5-step fertilizer program applied by a licensed professional. Call them today at 402-730-6320 or go to bladeslcc.com to schedule a free estimate on commercial or residential lawn services.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This first hour of The Drive is proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom. We're back.
You know, we were discussing a little bit about Boys State basketball earlier. AG, I wanted to ask you before Nick, I dive in to kind of get your input on games that stood out the most to you. AG, right. With the atmosphere with the Central, when you were there when they played North,
yeah,
right? What was that atmosphere like, man?
It was actually timid. It was good. it wasn't the football atmosphere on the court that I saw. It got a little scrappy. I saw point guards kind of, lock up elbows, and obviously one trying to flop or act like he's flopping. But that was it. It was actually a clean game and good competitive game, and something that Central took advantage. Obviously, having that one player. What was the point guard, Nick, for Central that had 35 points?
Dale Ron Thomas. Yeah.
Dale
He had,
Ron.
he had such a good game against Omaha
Man.
North that he got an offer from Dodge City that night. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He put himself on the map for any recruiter in the building from any university, of a guy that can slash, a guy that can break man to man or definitely zone defense. And so kind of exposed Omaha North's defense, knowing that the one-on-one matchup wasn't there. They could not stop it because it wasn't really a whole lot of players. I say the players for Central supporting him was grabbing boards and playing defense. And then the next game for Central, it was Bellevue West who dominated with the defensive side of the ball, able to grab boards and hit shots. And that was the only thing that was off the next game for Omaha Central was hitting their shots. Defense was there, and they were matching head to head, being scrappy as well in the middle, grabbing boards, grabbing rebounds, but they just weren't hitting their shots. So that was the biggest difference between the two games for Omaha Central and the boys state championship or state playoff.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing with Dale Ron is that this is Omaha Central specifically, that he lives and dies by the tough shot, right? So like his jumper is fadeaway jumper, step back, create some space with a dribble, create some space with a step back, and just figure out a way. It's a tough shot, right? Yeah. It's not does he attack the hole sometimes? Yeah. But he lives and dies by the tough fadeaway turnaround jumper that in high school and even sometimes in college isn't just the most high percentage shot, right? Yeah. So I would say that's one thing. He really figured out a way to kind of turn it on in the district playoffs and then in state. I don't know if that was the entire case all season long, just because, like I said, he was shooting low percentage shots. So there'd be games where he drops like he did on Saturday or on whatever day it was. Days all got mixed up.
Friday.
30,
it was Friday.
30, yeah,
Friday.
30. He'll drop 30, but then he'll follow that up with 9, or he'll follow that up with 13. But that's not that many points when you're shooting the ball 25 times a game. Yeah. So like that's where you have to look at is like, okay, yeah, you're dropping double figures consistently and you're averaging 17 and a half, but on 30 shots, right? And so and Central's going to be fine. They have Deshaun Prince also. They're going to graduate quite a few guys. Darrell Sterling will graduate. Dale Ron will move on. There's one more. Devin Holman, I believe, is a senior as well. So they're gonna have a couple of people to replace in that starting lineup, but they should be fine. Bruce Chubbuck is an incredible coach. So and the way that they went on the road in the district final to Pius and won, I mean. That's something that you can hang your hat on, certainly.
So who was your favorite player that you watched that I guess the one you were most surprised about? Who I know you go into the tournament and you have those certain players you know are going to perform. Who's one that stuck out to you?
So the ones that going into the tournament are guys like Elijah Gaith for Miller North, Bellevue West. You have Jaden Jackson and Eldon Turner that are staples. They closed out their careers over the weekend. Obviously, we knew Dale Ron was going to be good.
Carter Jackson.
Carter Nelson was fun to watch. Even though Auburn lost, Mav Binder was really fun to watch. He had a couple of really big shots at the end of quarters. That's in Class C1. On the other side of that Class C1 game, you can't say enough about Marcus Glock from Wahoo.
I know that name.
Marcus Glock from Wahoo had an incredible performance in the state title game. I'm trying to think also of some lower classes. But gosh, there were so many names, obviously, though, over these last 2 weeks that I've had run through my mind. So I think, just from a couple of those classes there, it's really a shame that Ben Ehlers from Crete, guys. I have never seen, now going into the game, their first round matchup for Crete against, who do they play first? I cannot remember. Crete played somebody first. Platteview. We knew that Ehlers' knee was torn up pretty bad. He had a brace over his right knee. But when he came down on it the first time, he tried to like jump up, and then when he came down, guys, he laid there and he like couldn't stand up. And like that was terrifying to see. He was just like laying down in the paint, and like he was holding his knee trying to stand up and he couldn't. And so that was pretty glaring kind of sight. So but I thought guys like for Norris, right? You had Christopher Gardner, who had a really, really nice weekend, especially in the state championship. For Scott, Brock Scholl was unstoppable at 6'8". So Scott is the real dangerous team, I will say. They graduate one of their starters. One starter.
Well, in Class A, of course, Bellevue West won the state championship 57-48 over Millard North. Class B, Scott, which you were just discussing, took state 70-63. In Class C, won Wahoo. Of course, that was a heck of a game against Auburn. They knocked off Auburn. And then you look at going to Class C2, you had Amherst that won the championship with a 50. It was a great game, 59-44 over Lincoln Lutheran. Then in Class C, D1, Johnson Brock won 52-45.
Oh, yeah, the Dallinghouse brothers for Johnson Brock were really, really good that day. Yeah.
Said their names a lot during that game, that's for sure. And then Class D2, of course, Shelton ended up beating Mayhew 54-42. And Shelton, of course, being that team that I watched the last part of that game on Friday night with triple overtime. So there was a lot of good basketball. And I want a big shout out to the NSAA, too. They always host a great tournament. Things are top notch. The local high schools, big shout out to them for hosting the third place game, Constellation Championship games. I know it was good for the city. It was good for business.
And weather got better.
Yes,
correct?
it did.
Yeah.
The weather was great this week.
I found myself in between sessions because the reason that they have those longer breaks after like 2 games is so that the next game, when it starts, it can get started on time, right? Because you found it, especially on state championship Saturday, games run behind. So, and we had multiple overtime contests. So, by the way, that Norris Bennington game, who was it? Austin Kaiser for Bennington dropped, I think, 28 in a loss. The game went to overtime, but the dude hit like a 35-foot three at the buzzer to tie it and send it to overtime. So it was incredible. But anyway, so I think there was a lot of, just really good games, some overtime. But when I'm back to the weather, when I would in between sessions, I would go out and I just walk around the Haymarket because you're just sitting there all day. And so it was like, dang, I'm being depleted of being able to be outside in this nice weather. So it consisted of a lot of walks around the Haymarket last weekend.
Shaking a lot of
people, tons of people, man. Tons of people, tons of ticket listeners that would stop us. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, rejuvenate yourself. You need that fresh air hitting you.
Oh, yeah.
Help that recovery coming back into the stadium.
That and then also mint tea from the mill. I've been pounding this for the last couple of days, and so we're slowly getting back to it.
Love it. But well, folks, when we come back, we got a lot of Husker history to discuss and a lot of Husker sports to discuss as well. The Russell Wilson signing by the Steelers. Again, definitely want to get AG's input on that. And your input on that is one, of course, the Husker baseball team took care of business. And Raff, you guys discussed even the gymnastics team right now. I think the men you said they're ranked
number 3 in the country.
Yeah. And of course, the basketball. So we got a lot to discuss. We come back. Folks, we got AG and H-Town. Me, Raff, and Nick are here at the mothership at 93.7 The Ticket. It's Monday, the 11th. We'll be right back.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures. All things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. It's gone to improve our environment, education, and state fair.
Over $900 million? That's something.
I'll say.
Hey, I have a great idea for a commercial. Have someone count to 900 million out loud.
That would take 28 years. Not a good idea.
I don't know, with a little background music and some sound effects.
There's another studio down the hall. Why don't you get started?
The Nebraska Lottery, 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
The Nebraska Lottery has given over $900 million back to our state since 1993. The proceeds have helped protect and improve Nebraska's environment, funded need-based scholarships for Nebraska students, and maintained and improved facilities at the state fair.
That's terrific. You should put that on your website.
It already is. Just click on beneficiaries in the menu.
Menu? You guys serve food too?
Maybe you should get off your feet for a while.
The Nebraska Lottery, 30 years of building a better Nebraska.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hello? Hello? Believe it or not, old phones are one of the most common pain points in offices today. Many of these phones are beyond repair because parts aren't available to fix outdated devices. Whether it's a traditional phone system or cloud-based VoIP technology, Hamilton Business Phones can help upgrade your connection. We make it easy to sync your office phone with yourself for seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you deserve better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Attention all Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win two, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Go hog wild with barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at gohogwild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. It is nice outside. We got the Raff's roadies making their way past the window this morning. Hello. Good to see you.
Still making her way past the window. It's just taking us a little bit longer.
Raff's roadies take our time getting to places.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, is that right? That's crazy. What do we got for history today, Raffy?
History. Oh, what do we got? Ooh, I got some old school history way back in the day. 1892, since it is March and everything. The first public basketball game was played in Springfield, Massachusetts.
The home of basketball.
Yep. 1892. Who would have thunk it would turn into a billion-dollar industry?
No doubt. AG, you got anything, brother?
Oh, hold on one second, AG.
Hello.
There you go. Now you should be
about that. Sorry about that. Just pull up a new website here.
There you go.
See,
While AG's pulling
you
that
can
one
look.
up.
Yeah, go ahead, talk. Yeah, I'll find it.
Absolutely, man. White pulled that one up. 2004 spring practices were just starting this time 20 years ago, which seems crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It does not seem like that Jay Norvell was implementing the West Coast offense and the quarterbacks 20 years ago.
Yep. And Chris Raff had decided to take a break from Nebraska football.
Yeah. And that was the time I was being asked, will Nebraska be able to utilize the West Coast offense in at the university with the athletes that were on the roster at that time? And my honest answer was no, because we had a roster full of offensive linemen and running backs that like to tote the rock downhill. And what I was in my third year in Green Bay in the West Coast. And so what I had seen and what I knew that was on the roster, I think I said it was just an honest answer. Do I want my university to do well? Yes. Could they in time adjust to the West Coast offense? Yes. But that first year, it's going to be a problem because I remember my first year in Seattle when Mike Holmgren came in, it started with verbiage, like the understanding just the words, and then the concepts, the sluggo, the X, slant routes, two jet flicker drive screen right, like hearing that stuff and then getting the understanding of what those words meant. You knew your coverages were the words mixed with the letters or the numbers, which like two jet would tell you it was to the right, and that's jet protection. And that's protecting anything from the right side of the offensive line for the quarterback and yourself as a running back. You assign to the Mike linebacker to the strong side linebacker, the S linebacker. So the Sam. So yeah, I was like, oh my goodness. I say if I had a problem for 4 years to get and these are college students, I'm like, I said, this is not gonna be good. I was like, oh man, I love the hope for it, but I'm like, it's gonna take a time for them to get that process right. And unfortunately we saw what we saw. So
and AG, and now think about this, bro. That was your job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was your job. You were at this thing, you studied it every day, all day for hours.
Yes.
And to your point, these were college kids that you had about 2.5 hours with them a day.
And that was my point, because every running back, every offensive lineman that I had met prior to me learning the West Coast said that it's like learning a foreign language. And I'm like, uh-oh. I said, well, I took Spanish in high school. It took me 4 years to get that down pat. And it was the same for the West Coast offense. So it was 99, 2000, 2001. And about 2001, 2002, I was like, oh my God, I know this. Like I'm hearing, like Dorsey is asking me questions because Mike Sherman took it over. And when a coach takes the West Coast, and them being a coordinator to becoming a head coach, they will obviously change the verbiage because they don't want the same language, words, or syllables or whatever being used to get taken by the other team. So if we play against the Seahawks and our calls are the same as the Seahawks on offense to their offense, then the defense is going to know. So we had to, coaches always change one little clip here and there to say, okay, this is my West Coast offense. So that's where you knew by this time Andy Reid has his variant of the West Coast offense. Anybody that was in the Mike Holmgren tree, anybody that was in Sean McVay tree, that they're all running the West Coast offense. They just put their variation, their touch on it to make it different. So the opposing defense coming in that they once was at won't know all the signals and calls, basically. So, yeah,
hey, AG, little off topic here. Hey, is your ringer on your laptop on? Or not your ringer, but like, is it because so every time that like you get a text message, your voice goes really quiet, like while the notification is up. And so I want to make sure people can hear you. Okay, so maybe we'll just have to look at that during the break.
Yeah, I'll check it out during break.
That way your voice stops going like because we can hear you really well right now. But then, man, dude, you're a popular guy. You get a lot of messages throughout just like a 5-minute span, dude.
Somebody said AG is running laps and speaking into the microphone. That's stationary.
We like to keep them conditioned.
Yeah. So anyway, so you'll just have to look at it on your laptop or something to see if there's like a notification or emails are popping up or whatever for you, because that way we keep your voice at a good level. So,
we'll get that adjusted with AG.
Let's go ahead and do that.
And it's a perfect time for.
Oh, we got a birthday.
We got a birthday. Well, Tony Veland's birthday.
Boom, you got it.
Wow, TV.
Former Denver Bronco. Oh,
that's right. TV.
We're just gonna say Tony Veland.
Oh, you know what else happened today in 1986?
What's that?
Fellow, what's the place in Kearney called? Bricktown? Not Bricktown.
On the bricks
it's a copper
kettle?
No,
in Kearney.
Oh, not on the lake. It's
Cunningham's.
Just the old Cunningham's.
Yeah.
Fellow Cunningham's goer with me.
Cunningham's on the bricks.
me and TV walked out of Cunningham's. We looked to the left, and there's AD and Raff.
1986 instant replay in the NFL.
That's when that came in finally.
1986.
Wow.
The memories.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
we good?
We'll find out. We'll find out until you get it here. I'm going to text you. I'm going to text you right now.
Yeah, I have my phone on the table, but I got some history for you. And of course, I'm going to be the person always bringing up video game stuff on this show. In 1978, what game do you think was released?
Pac-Man.
Oh, you just got a text message from me, and your voice went low.
Really? But my phone is on my hip now.
Is there are you on like your Mac?
No, I'm on a desktop.
That is so strange.
Interesting. And I just turned off notifications on my desktop, so
that
it
is
should
strange
be
because I just sent a text in our group chat, and in the amount of time that it would have sent to him, his voice went soft.
Huh? It might just be
infrared
thing because it's cellular. It's like a phone's frequency, so it can be affected by that. So
maybe
that's out of my control. Then, oh my goodness. So
just
so y'all know. But what game you think was released in 1978 today?
I went with Pac-Man.
That's a good choice. Raff, what you got? AD.
I'm going with Pong.
Frogger.
All right, Frogger for Nick. Very close. All good games, all classics,
but wrong.
Wait, what?
Space Invaders?
Space
Invaders.
Wow. That really takes some focus to.
I gotta listen real close.
Listen, we're testing the earbuds today.
Oh man, sorry about that. I don't know.
That's right. Now you're back. Now you're back.
All right. Well, I'll work through it then. Just work through it.
There we go. There we go.
Awesome.
All right, we'll throw it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity. At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Attention all Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win two, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The length forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine. It will be breezy and very warm. We'll see a high around 76. Tonight, partly cloudy skies expected with a low around 44. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies return, and so does the warmth. We'll see a high around 74. A meteorologist, Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Old School with DP and J.
Do you think it's too early to talk about Patrick Mahomes as the greatest of all time? You know, to be honest with you, I think he might be on ahead of the pace. It was definitely on pace, maybe ahead of the pace. I think right now everything that he does is going to get overblown, and I think people so quickly forgot the 20-year run of the Patriots, not 5-6 years, 20-year run of Tom Brady and the Patriots.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Stop by TCA Outdoor Power on March 22nd and 23rd for an open house and customer appreciation celebration. TCA Outdoor Power is a locally owned business located just south of 56th and Old Cheney and prides itself on being Lincoln's only elite steel dealership for over 20 years. On March 22nd and 23rd, enjoy 10% off select steel products and up to $350 off on select battery tools. Also, if you buy 2 steel batteries, you can double your limited warranty. Give TCA Outdoor Power a call today at 402-420-9424 or visit them for their open house celebration, March 22nd and 23rd.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. The second hour of The Drive is proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or you need an entirely new garage door, give
Cameron Hall.
Oh, my goodness.
Give Cameron Hall and his team a call today.
Sorry, I got
That's
it.
right.
I got a phone call coming in, and then I was like it was covering up Cameron Hall and his team today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more. So get to Garage Plus ASAP.
Doors Plus.
Doors Plus.
Garage Plus, too. There you
AG, you sound a lot better, man.
Well, yeah, I turned my notification off on my computer here, and I put do not disturb too. So I don't know if all that's like reinforcing it. So we'll see how this thing works now.
All right, cool. Yeah, we just want to make sure we get that figured out before for the week. So
right.
So we don't have to have you miss the show.
Uh-oh.
Don't want to do that.
It's happened.
As his voice is giving out.
After 30 plus games, Nick Saner's voice is now gone.
In the game that Ahman, in case I know some listeners didn't hear that, would you mind repeating that game, the first game that came out in 1978?
Oh, Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders. Awesome.
Space Invaders. That was a good game, man. That was a great game.
Yeah.
I like the Asteroids too. That was a fun game too.
Yeah, Asteroids.
Oh yeah.
Well, in some of the news that took place this weekend, man, the one I was pulling this up that Utah State's coach, okay,
man,
Kayla Ard,
shenanigans.
Yeah, it was. She was asked, about next year, and she goes, I'm not going to be here next year because I was just informed that I was fired.
Right,
it's like tarmac.
You guys, let me ask you this. I want you, so AG, Raff, Nick, chime in as well. Why didn't the SID take over that press conference? Not even allowed. Why would you put your coach in a situation like that? You fire her and then say, yeah, go do this presser.
Well,
come
why,
on, y'all.
just out of decorum, why wouldn't you just wait until the next day?
Correct.
It's like you're not going to hire a coach right then and there. Wait till the next day, let her handle the press conference, and the next day bring her in. And just like you have the meeting with the players the day after the season gets over. All right, we're going to let you go. We're going to go in a different direction. But then you send her out there, and she's still trying to process, what's going on with her. And that was not very classy.
Yeah, not very classy, and then putting her at an unfair advantage of information. Like you said, she's trying to wrap the game, and she probably walk into the presser and gets notified that, and the timing is just off-putting. just off-putting timing, and you getting that coach's Kayla Ard, her honest reaction to the question that was put at her from the first question from the reporter and the presser there. So you saw her honest reaction to what was going on, because it was obviously a loss, but then boom, hits that. I was like, wait a minute. Now your brain resets. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, we just lost, but you telling me I'm not coming back next year? Like, can we at least have a talk, like get back to Utah and talk type conversation? And that doesn't even. And so I said not good all around, and I say not respect to her as a coach, right?
Yeah.
Because she puts in, and her staff puts in the time. We all know this because we coach, we're parents, we understand the process developing players, and they've been doing this since last year or years, whatever her reign has been at Utah State. She's been there for a few years, and it's just very unfortunate the way they did that. And like I said, it just sends a message of not having the respect for a coach of her standard, being competitive, having a competitive team, just having a tough loss or what have you in the conference tournament. So needs to do better there.
I will say this though, her overall record was horrible. I mean, she was 19-65. Point. Obviously, she basically had a 22% winning percentage.
Yikes!
Regardless, to your point, AG
should have fired her.
Regardless,
yeah, she should have been. I mean, she probably was there a year too long anyway. But you still don't treat somebody like that.
100%.
What's that?
And that's my. I said 100%. That's my point. It's like regardless of this is a college D1 coach. And so as a program, your SID or whoever did this, AD is sending a message and saying basically kind of a thing of there is a miscommunication. Like we should have waited, like Raff said before we got into this talk, waited to the next day and then let her just kind of process losing the game, give the answers to the media about that game, and it'd be a whole different story. And then this would be another story later in the week done the right way, basically. I'm also time to process and think about it.
I'd also be fascinated, and I don't have the answers to this, to know like from the legal side of things, because it's also once you get fired, you're not a part of that university anymore. Like you're not, like you have to. It was on Utah State's part, right? You don't know what she's gonna say out there,
right?
You don't know what like the legal part. Is it violating contract? Like, is it like that's if I was her, I would have said, well, I'm not going to go out and talk then.
Yeah.
Because now anything that she said, if it would have been more egregious,
she did it with class.
Yeah.
If it would have been more egregious, what's to stop Utah State? They don't care. They don't. I mean, so like from the legal side of things, that's what fascinates me, is because I'm sitting here going, was there, not that there was, like, could there have been a breach in contract, right? Because it's, I mean, as you guys know, it's once you're fired, that coach is gone. Like somebody else will pack up their office, somebody else will get the keys, there'll be a handoff. It's not a thing where it's like, all right, go ahead, Scott Frost, you can stick around here for the next week, clean out your things on in your manner. Once you're done, you're done. Yeah, you are.
Believe it.
Yeah, there it is.
Raff's ready.
You like once you're fired, you are fired. You're gone.
You're gone.
And you got to be out of here. And so maybe that's at a place like Nebraska, maybe not at Utah State, but I would be fascinated, like the legal bindings, because it's like once there's that termination of employment, that'd be like here, and in the 9 o'clock hour, DP's like, hey Nick, you're gone. That's like me coming back here for let me just get one more segment.
Wrap it up for us.
Yeah, just go ahead and wrap it up. And I come on here and I like slander the name. Like that would be, that's like, there's nothing that there's no control over that situation if you're Utah State. That's what's crazy to me.
You know, that's a horrible situation that went bad there. David texted in, how did she get home? That's real talk though.
At least USC brought Lane home, left him at the airport.
Say that again, Raff.
When they fired Lane Kiffin and they left him at the airport when they flew back after they fired him, and he was the coach at USC.
Oh my goodness. Good gracious.
On the tarmac. Yeah, we're not going to have you coach anymore. So you have to check to the facility.
Well, you remember last year with David Carr with the Raiders, they told him don't come back to the stadium.
David.
Oh my God, dog.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're having a bad year if that happens to an NFL team tells you don't come back. You know what? We're going to pay you to stay home.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what the Broncos
and
do.
most recently with Russell Wilson.
Yep.
You know, we don't want you don't show up or take this cut.
Oh, we pay to go play for another team now.
Yeah.
The way we roll.
That's basically what Major League Baseball does too. Nolan Arenado, excuse me. Nolan Arenado was like, all right, yeah, go ahead. The Rockies were like, we'll pay for you to play in St. Louis. That's what's wild. But she was making $215.
They done with you.
She could probably pay for a commercial flight.
Yeah.
She's making $215,000.
Yeah, I think she'll be all right. But with a winning percentage like that, it definitely
1965.
Yeah,
Yikes.
not
It's
good.
rough. It's rough, but still respect. Still respect.
Absolutely.
It is.
As a D1 coach, regardless of the record, there's some semblance of respect has to be there.
Well, and that's where it's like back to the
Professionalism. That's the other part.
Back to like the legal sense. If the reason I say, hey, if I was in that situation, I just got canned, I wouldn't have gone out to the press conference because as a coach, you have a responsibility too.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that if you don't and the university gets fined, in that situation, you're not a part of the university anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if it was just like, it must have been just and I don't know, like, okay, if it's not officially broken and they're not officially filed the paperwork and all that, if that makes a factor to where it's like, you still have to go talk. It was just a verbal firing. And those are details we'll never know the answer to.
I think there's going to be some ramifications on that though. I really do. I think there's going to be some ramifications in the way it looked, the optics, etc.
Yeah. Hey, you're fired, but go talk about the future of our university and how positive it is.
How do you want to rebuild this? I do not rebuild.
Yeah.
Al on the text line says the coach's family find out that they no longer have a job through the media. And that's true, man. It was so poorly handled. Real quick, guys, we'll discuss it. We'll start the discussion before we go to break. Iowa, of all teams that I did not want to lose to, Iowa for the women's basketball. They busted their tails off. Iowa takes out Nebraska women in the Big Ten championship. Final score 94-89. Fellas, that was a hard one. That was a hard pill to swallow. Hell, I'm going to say this first. First of all, I'm proud as heck of those ladies because
played hard.
I didn't expect them to be playing the Big Ten championship game myself. For them to battle the way they did, I was proud of them. AG, what's your thoughts on it? Raff, you go, man.
I mean, I had an inkling because of the competition they've been putting out there, right? Defense, offense. Jazz has been playing well, and that team, both men's and women's, we're going to talk about the men's next, have been at the right time on fire. It's just like NFL playoffs, Major League Baseball. It's that stretch towards the end of that season. That month of December for football, when a team gets hot, that was the Packers this past year. And then at the college level, when you get hot at this time going into tournament play and then NCAA bracket play, this sets you up for the voters or whoever got to put you in there. They're like, okay, this team finished hot. And our ladies, our men's are finishing nuclear right now, not more than hot, nuclear. And so hats off to them doing a great job pushing Iowa, Caitlin Clark to the limit, because if she has an off night, we're looking at our women being the Big Ten champions right now.
Absolutely.
If Caitlin Clark doesn't become, at those few moments, Caitlin Clark, if she's off, we have a Big Ten championship for the ladies.
Well, she had an off first half, right, guys?
4 points.
Yeah. I mean, holy cow. What was it, like 0 for 8 to start from 3-point land?
4 points in the first half.
So I would think this, guys. I mean, here's the thing, and I'll be the first one to like kind of raise my right hand and say I apologize. Like, I also don't apologize. So earlier last week, I had a conversation about, like, you look at what Nebraska women's basketball has done, and it wasn't that they had underachieved. It just kind of felt stuck, right? Over these last couple of years, right? They've been to the state tournament. Oh my gosh. The NCAA tournament twice under Amy Williams in 8 years. And they've been bounced in the first round in both of them. And it kind of felt like, dang, there's been so much talent. Just haven't been able to cultivate it into an NCAA tournament consistent product, right? With that being said, the future's so bright, and we've talked so much about it. Natalie Potts is so fun. Logan Nisley is incredibly enjoyable to watch. Alexis Markowski does her thing. And oh, by the way, you have some really good recruits coming in this next year. So, and hey, Did you get how the rebuttal from negative fans will say, well, you didn't have to play number 1 Ohio State. Well, guess what? You didn't.
Nope.
But you beat the teams you needed to beat.
Well, they beat the team that beat Ohio State.
There you go.
You know?
and a team that they lost to in the regular season.
Absolutely.
So
I
think that's important to remember.
well, we talked about it. We were like, the last month and a half, they've had some losses where it just left bad taste in your mouth because you're saying to yourself, Nebraska should have won that game.
Right.
And if they could put that together, I mean, the only game that they really did not show up for was that Ohio State game. But every other game that they played in, I mean, they even beat Iowa, here. So I was like, where they ended up, I was a little bit surprised, but not a lot, because I was like, if they put their puzzle pieces together, and now you look at it going into the tournament now, I mean, they're one of those dangerous teams that you don't want that matchup.
They don't want that. Nebraska's playing with a lot of moxie and a lot of grit. And I'm gonna tell you what else, man. Looking at, and I did this a few months ago, a few weeks back. In fact, I know exactly where I was sitting at. I was sitting in Florida, in Orlando, when I was reading the men's roster who comes back next year.
Yeah.
The women's even more loaded.
Oh yeah.
Because your key player, the only one you lose is Jack Shelley.
Yep.
You got that nucleus of that whole team come back, and you got Potts that's only a freshman.
Yeah.
The Nisley is only a freshman. So you've got a lot. We got a lot. Markowski's back as well. Big, first team Big Ten. It obviously we still have this year to go, but the future is very bright for Nebraska women's basketball for sure. So, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and discuss the men's taking care of business. A men's team that did something to show what Ahman, AJ, you talked about, to where they are nuclear at the right time, because they went in and did what they were supposed to do against Michigan. And I think you and Jake Raff discussed it on the spillover. You did what a potential tournament team is supposed to do. You go in there and beat the brakes off a team that's inferior to you. That's what you do. And so we'll discuss them when we come back. Also, some NFL action. There was some breaking news as well in the NFL. We'll talk about as well. And
Mac Jones got traded to Jacksonville.
I didn't say disappointing news. I said breaking news. Folks.
Don't break. This is the Drive 93.7 The Ticket.
Yeah, set the mic down.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hi, folks. Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the Chevrolet and GMC Truck Month is now underway. We've got huge savings in Louisville. Get $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months on select models. Yes, you heard right. That's $9,000 off or 1.9% for 72 months happening right now at Koppel. So take that short money saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit. Stock number G214773.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine. It will be breezy and very warm. We'll see a high around 76. Tonight, partly cloudy skies expected with a low around 44. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies return, and so does the warmth. We'll see a high around 74. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Are you in the market for a new garage door or need to repair your old one? It's wintertime, and that means snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, all things that can cause sticky locks and damage to your garage door. If you're experiencing any issues with your commercial or residential garage door during the winter months, call Cameron Hall and his team at Doors Plus. Don't be trapped outside in the cold because of a poorly maintained garage door. Call Doors Plus today at 402-590-5800 or visit them online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday, celebrating a Nebraska men's basketball victory, 85-70 over the University of Michigan yesterday. Go Big Red.
That was a big win,
Casey Tominaga.
You know, Casey ended up with 30, and a guy again that shows up and showed out was Alec
Josiah.
15 points. He was 6 for 6. Rebounds 5 total. He just he's just been that spark plug, you know, kind of that X factor, if you would. Thoughts on it, Raff and AG?
Yeah, I just, like we talked about in the spillover, it was one of those games that you needed to get. It was one that was Nebraska's game to get. Michigan, I mean, they're flailing. I would have to think Jawan's probably out of there. But it was a great game. I mean, for Nebraska, then everything played out for Nebraska to get the number 3 seed. And like Nick was saying last night, I mean, I love our seeding. I love where they're sitting at. I think they're in great shape. Now it's just a matter of, you know, like Ahman said about, you know, staying on a roll and staying hot and staying, you know, and that's what Nebraska needs to do now. They no letdowns now. Now it's game on.
Yeah, they got that double bye you guys were talking about a few weeks ago, getting this win to close out the season. And so that gives them time, just like the women, time to, I say, get people healthy, and then look at the game plans. You know, look at that roster. Casey hits for 30. And then, you know, a few games ago, we saw Gary go off in 3-pointers. So now Hoiberg is going to, you know, Coach Hoiberg is want to keep those guys' mindsets to where it could be anybody's night. We need that player to step up. We're going to need, you know, if it's all of y'all at one time or one or two of you every night, but we need somebody every night to be obviously that leading scorer, but taking over a game. If it's points, if it's rebounds, if it's defense with Josiah, when you do that, then like I mentioned a few weeks ago about them, then they become a problem when teams face them in the big dance, because there's no one guy an opposing team can basically say, okay, we're going to stop this one guy here. But okay, we can stop this. We stop Casey, but then Gary might wake up. Josiah might do something amazing defensively and then stop and slow down that other team. So they're becoming a problem in terms of game planning for basically moving forward, which is good going into the dance.
Well, Nebraska, as you mentioned earlier, AG, Nebraska men's basketball, man, they're playing good ball. They had 2 games that you got to win, and they did that. You know, of course, their last home game last week, they took care of business against Rutgers. You know, a feisty team, a team to where that just never dies. They play fast, they play violent, they play aggressive. Nebraska took care of them. Then you're hoping a very, very injured, wounded Michigan team at home with nothing to lose whatsoever. You know, Nebraska took care of them too. So 85-70 was the final on that game. Nebraska, of course, begins the Big Ten tournament. They won't play until Friday then, right?
Yeah, Friday night at 7:30, I believe.
Friday night, 7:30.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. 8 p.m. on Friday.
They'll be warming up at 7:30, getting ready to go. Yeah. Warming up, Casey.
Yeah, you think about this, guys. If they lose if they would have lost these past 2 games, their seeding, of course, is totally different. And then you look at this. If they lose those last 2 games, first of all, there's no guarantees for anybody for the march for the dance. But if they lose those 2 games, you don't know what happens at that point.
Yeah.
You know, especially to low tier teams. You lose those, this conversation is much different this morning as far as that goes. But they didn't, thank God. So they're taking care of business right now. K-State led the Huskers with 30. Alec Josiah had 15. Rink had 12. Bryce Wims set a game at 10. Juwan Gary, 9. The utility knife. CJ Wilcher, 7 points, followed up by 2 by Jamarcus Lawrence. And again, when you look at that stat sheet, again, you kind of, figured Casey's usually that guy up there, but it was just a multiple of players that stepped up and said, let's keep Michigan at arms, because, Michigan had a few runs here and there. And Nebraska, again, would put them at arms bay and say, okay, that's enough, in which it was good to see that resolve and resilience to them doing that. So, again, men and women take care of business. Nebraska baseball sweeps, not sweeps, but win the series 3-2, I think, with that series. No, 3-1.
3-1, I believe.
3-1?
2-1.
They take care of business weekend.
Yeah. Great game, great weather for baseball yesterday.
Oh, gorgeous out.
Man, I enjoyed the time out there. It was nice. It was good to
Nick's
be at the
happy
ballpark.
place.
It was good to be at the ballpark.
Yes.
A lot more of that this summer.
Absolutely. And then, Raff, of course, the men's wrestling, Big Nash,
qualified for national.
Went along.
9 wrestlers qualified for for nationals for Nebraska. So they'll be dangerous there. I mean, it's always, just the Nash effect on wrestling. I mean, that's Coach Manning. I mean, he's got to love every second of that, because that brings the attention and the eyes to wrestling that, over the past years. I mean, it's always been popular in Nebraska, but just the notoriety that they'll get, it's going to bring more eyes to his program. So that's huge for Nebraska wrestling.
Coach Manning, man, is just steady.
Yep.
He's very steady. They're good every year.
Yep.
They're going to be in the conversation and relevant every year in wrestling. So shout out to the men's wrestling team, those 9 national qualifiers. Folks, when we come back, we have some NFL action to discuss. There was a big signing last night. I woke up this morning. I crashed pretty early, so I woke up and seeing all the different texts. I was like, wow.
Yeah, AD didn't reply to text last night.
I knew exactly where AD was at last night. I was like, he's sleeping like a little baby.
Yeah, thumb was in my mouth.
Oh my God. That's not a good picture. You're a grown man. That's not a good picture.
You're a grown man. You're a 50-year-old with chicken remains in my beard and thumb in my mouth.
Oh my goodness. Again, not a good picture. Now in my head, it's like, I don't want to think. Now you got me. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Anyway, sends to break, Raff.
All right, well, throw it to break. This is the drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
Oh,
there he is.
For breakfast or lunch in March. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe. Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Biggest question people have is, how do I start the process? What is the process? I want to build a new home, but I don't know what the first step is.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
The first step is make an appointment. Come on into my office. Let's sit around the table. Let's talk about what you're looking for, what your needs are, what your budget might be. And let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. So now is really the time to be contacting us to get an appointment to get the job done before school starts. Once you find a good lot, let's get it reserved because there's a very limited number of lots in this town. And then start designing that floor plan that's going to be perfect for you. Next thing you know, we're moving dirt.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
This is Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena March 29th and 30th. The fun begins at the Pit Party Saturday at 10:30 a.m., where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Pit Pass must be accompanied by same-day 1 p.m. event ticket. Get your $20 Pit Party Pass at monsterjam.com today. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details.
Attention all Nebraska basketball fans. The NCAA tournament is coming soon, and Nebraska looks to be on its way to their first appearance in 10 years. Better Tree Removal wants to celebrate the occasion and any possible success in the tournament by offering a deal. If you're in need of tree removal on your property, call or text Todd by March 20th. If Nebraska wins the first round game, you'll get 25% off the bid. If they win 2, you'll get 50% off. You must contact Todd at 402-780-1377 before March 20th.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8. Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Old School with DP and J. Do you think it's too early to talk about Patrick Mahomes as the greatest of all time? You know, to be honest with you, I think he might be ahead of the pace. It was definitely on pace, maybe ahead of the pace. I think right now everything that he does is going to get overblown, and I think people so quickly forgot the 20-year run of the Patriots. Not 5-6 years. 20-year run of Tom Brady and the Patriots. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday, and AD, let me be the first to say this. Hey, Steelers, let's weld.
Stop. You just saw the tweet. Okay. There's a tweet going out that instead of let's ride, it's let's weld because it's Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And there's a tweet. And Raff just stole it. And the only reason I know that is because I just saw it. And somebody's got to stop Raff before he gets out of control. So that is my job right here. Is Raff just saw the tweet.
Or no, hey, Steelers, let's melt.
Yeah. I should get a.
Hey, I took this for 2 years.
I should get like a sarcastic laugh sound.
For 2 years, I took this. Now it's my time.
Yeah. Definitely.
Enjoy.
But Russ wasn't the problem.
Yeah, it wasn't. Russ wasn't the main issue.
We'll see.
What if Sean Payton's the problem?
Wonder if Russ was the problem.
We'll find out this year. We'll find that out this year.
Yes, we are. Folks, in case if you haven't paid attention or maybe missed it, it's pretty big news right now. The Steelers signed Russell Wilson for about $1.5 million, give or take. Meanwhile, Denver is on the hook for $38 million of that. So here's my thing on it. And all of you listening that listen to regularly know that's my squad. I love Pittsburgh, huge Steelers fan. Families from Pittsburgh. I was my cousin Ike was texting me this morning, and it was just talking about not my cousin Ike. Ike and Thelma, my cousins, live there. But I wanted to text my cousin Thelma because they live right there and just kind of get their inputs on it. Got some input from my boys. Some of my homeboys was asking about it. Here's why I like it. It's low risk.
Very.
We didn't trade. I didn't have to do any trades. We didn't have to do anything. We didn't have to pay. Yeah, it's a win situation. If it's a low risk, high reward. Russell Wilson, again, gives you a solid. If he's not a backup, a solid starter, and we'll see what happens. So there's no guarantees. We have no idea. Maybe it's the Russell the first 5 games of last year. That's the Russell we don't want to see. We want to see Russell the last part when he started and did a heck of a job. Took care of the football. He's a seasoned vet, a Super Bowl winner, MVP. So we'll see if he gets back to that side of it. If it's not, Pittsburgh's not out of anything. They're not out of anything. Thoughts, AG? Thoughts, Raffy?
Yeah, they're not like Raff said, not out much. 1.2 for this upcoming season. They have to pay Russell, the rest from Denver, and you get a guy like you mentioned that has the experience, that has the background in coming into a program and being that player where there is a standard of professionalism. I mean, a lot of people I know over the last few years, they get sick of Russ and his social media posts. He put one out now that's on X, talking about, showing, kind of previewing him coming into Pittsburgh's team and Pittsburgh's roster into the city. And the city and the crowd, which I know for, being in the league, a very strong fan base.
Mm-hmm.
And so that fan base, it is old school fan base where it's like, you do the work, we'll cheer for you. You can't come in. I know he's going to come in and like I said, he's already posting stuff on social media. Those are not Pittsburgh fans. Like, Pittsburgh fans are glad they know the information. They're going to want to see the gameplay first, then say, okay, you are our guy, because you come in, you work hard during training camp, and you show what you can do to help this team win games. And then Mike Tomlin, he's that coach. He's like that coach out that I'm striving to be. He's going to basically be straightforward with you and tell you like it is, and not sugarcoat anything of what you need to do as a professional athlete to be on his roster, to be on that team, and be in that city. Because if you come to that town and you don't basically produce what you should produce as a player, especially a free agent, regardless of the amount of contract you sign, you're gonna know right away. That crowd.
Yep.
And so I'm excited for him. And I met him. I remember meeting him before his rookie year, and I knew Seattle had got a steal in the draft, being 3rd round because of his height, being from Wisconsin, back and forth between Louisville. I knew they got a guy. They had that dude on the team, and so hopefully it's still a little bit of him there of what I met back in 2012 or 2011, 2013, somewhere in there. And I say for Russell, what he has to do in this offseason, get himself ready mentally and definitely physically. Being 35, he has to, you got to put a little bit more effort to get yourself ready for every season, regardless of what position you are, because going into a new team, you definitely got to set the standard, like I mentioned earlier.
And you know who are the happiest about the Russell Wilson signing yesterday? The National Football League, because they looked at the schedule and the Steelers come to Denver. So it'll be interesting to see if it'll be a Sunday night game or when will the NFL handle that, because that's one of those games where the NFL's like, oh yeah, marquee.
Well, will it be early in the season?
I don't know
how.
No,
because
you
if
don't
it's
with the
end,
NFL schedule.
It won't be a prime time because they'll have
I
losing records.
actually could see that being opening night on not the Thursday night game, because the Chiefs will have that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I could see that Monday night football game or that Sunday night football game. Definitely Pittsburgh.
Stick it on Thursday night.
Yep, Pittsburgh at Denver. It won't be a Thursday. It'll be the Chiefs.
Stick it on.
I say that's probably the one and only thing the NFL can.
Weekend.
Yeah, no, it'll be early in the season.
Right
I'm
after
sure.
Jaguars Jets.
Just
get both those games out of the way.
Unknown texter 2522 says this will be good for the Steelers. They can use that money on other players. They definitely can. And Pittsburgh let Peterson go. He's the season cornerback who they picked up last year. That opens up some cap room as well. So like I said, it's really a situation to where Pittsburgh's in a very, like I said, very low investment, high return if this works out. John and Cortland said if it goes bad, let Coach Mike kick his tail. I think you think about Tomlin compared to a lot of the coaches. I mean, in AG, you being a vet, his Tomlin's reputation amongst players around the league. They always have nothing but nice things to say about him because he's a man. He's a coach's coach. I mean, a player's coach, to where he shoots you straight. He's going to treat you like a professional if you act like a professional, and let you know how things are done in Pittsburgh. You look at how Tomlin had to manage so many different personalities. Look at, of course, AB. You had Roethlisberger in the locker room. Coached the bus for a number of years as well towards the end of his career. So Tomlin's used to managing big personalities. And like you mentioned, AG, he's going to have to come in there and do things the Pittsburgh way. She sure as heck ain't going to have his own office in that stadium. There's not going to be an entourage or anything like that, because no, that's not how we do things in Pittsburgh. This is Steel City. We play that way, and we expect you to perform that way and carry yourself as a professional in there. So, and I think Russell learned a lot. You would hope he learned a lot, too, from what took place in Denver as well, man. This is a professional. This is a business, and I want you to come in and handle yourself that way, man. So I think it's an upside. It's an upside.
I think so, too. All right, Raff. Raff's good take, action, man.
Are we going to break first, or are we?
This was our last one. We went to break early last break.
This is it?
This is it, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It's 9:52.
Oh, man, nervous. Oh, no, okay. All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to Powerhouse Dance Academy in Kearney, Nebraska. They had their showcase last night. And I'm telling you, if you are around the Kearney area and you're looking for a dance place to take your children, Powerhouse Dance, Krista Smith, Jesse Jewell, they're amazing. I had a chance. I was in Omaha last week. Yeah, I'm always traveling. I was last week, and I was able to see them compete a little bit, and their kids are insanely talented, and the choreography is amazing. So they're my Raff's Good Take, and congratulations on a great showcase last night.
Love it. Great take. The 80 Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska. Full-time, part-time days, evenings, and weekends. Help ensure a meaningful life for the people you support and help achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. Again, I'm going to say this big shout out to Tony Veland. Tony Veland, of course, Nebraska, former free safety, played also with the part of the Broncos Super Bowl team. Also played in Carolina. And Tony's just, as AG knows, a former teammate of ours, just a solid dude. So happy 51st birthday to Tony Veland. Appreciate him, man. Love you, brother. The 80 attitude adjustment for today, though, is, man, capture moments, because moments become memories. I know I've mentioned this before, but over the weekend, like I said, it was an amazing experience for my son, Keenan, and Maddie LeBlanc, his soon-to-be bride. I just walked around, took a lot of pictures, just capture moments, a lot of video, because come a year from now, who knows who will be there, who won't be there, but just celebrating them. So it was an amazing moment. Capture the moments, folks. Take the pictures, take the snapshots, keep the camera video rolling, because eventually those moments become memories, and those ones you want to cherish, man. AG, any last words for us, big dog?
Oh man, not right now. No, I say just have a great week, everybody. I know the one line, Chris. I don't think he said it today. Be nice to everyone out there. I love that take that Chris said. You gotta put that out there, because it's a lot of negativeness out in the world. So bring some positivity to your world, to your place, to your workplace, to your home place, things of that nature.
Absolutely. I love it, Raff. Take us home, man.
And before we go, I just also want to just give a little shout out to Jack Russell, who lost his mother last week. I just wanted to send our thoughts and prayers out to you, brother. We appreciate you so much, and you'll have continued thoughts and prayers from us. So
absolutely,
everyone out there, be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through March 17th, prepare for St. Patrick's Day with great options like corned beef brisket point cuts for $3.99 per pound and 6 packs of Guinness for just $4.88 when you buy at least $5.01 in fresh meat. And for ticket listeners only, get USDA Choice Eye of Round Roast for $3.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Shopping Square Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
This is Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena March 29th and 30th. The fun begins at the pit party Saturday at 10:30 a.m., where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Pit pass must be accompanied by same-day 1 p.m. event ticket. Get your $20 pit party